Okay, so this is the third attempt. Apparently, things doesn't work as easily as I would, but nevertheless, welcome to Selex at home. Because if you can't come to the Selex, Selex is coming to you. Yeah, and in order to cover the content we are still missing to finish the course in theory, we need to see reported speech and also I want to have listening or listening techniques. In this case is going to be especially focused on intonation. Similarly to what we did last week with the reading techniques, today I want to focus in this part for you to have this um, as as an ability, as a developed ability. Okay, but first of all, let's see the reported speech, because in your integrative activity that you have to set me for next week, you have to include a set of uses of the reported speech. By now, you should know the direct speech. The direct speech happens when someone tells something to another someone. Yeah? In this case, basically, the direct speech uses uses verbs such as tell, say, invite. What else? I also have ask, demand, order, and I have many more. Basically, this is going to be used for communication. And we use it every day whenever we interact with another person. Okay, and remember, this doesn't need to be written spoken, but it can also be written. Okay, the direct speech is not necessarily an oral ability, but it can also be a written ability. As an example, we can have a set of sentences. Basically, all the ones you already know are all the sentences you know are direct speech. Yeah. If I make a sentence with the easiest pronoun, which is I, let's use the present. So I tell you to pay attention. In this case, there is a direct order, a direct communication between this I to this you. Yeah, in this case my subject is telling my object something. Yeah, I am telling Tis to pay attention, and here it is my action verb. Of course I can change my verb to be, for example, ask, to be demand, to be a lot of other verbs, but basically there is a direct communication between my subject and my object. Right? Now, there is a common mistake that some of you still make, which is not knowing when to use tell and when to use say. Okay? In order to remember when to use each one of these, just remember that you tell someone, but you say something. Yeah? So in this case, as I am using tell, you can see that directly after tell, after my verb, I have a pronoun. In this case, it is to tell someone. Yeah, but for example, I can also say this. I say the truth. Yeah, in this case I am not using a pronoun, but in this case it is a noun. I am not referring to who is receiving the action, but rather what is the action. Yeah, I hope you understand this. In this case, what I am communicating is to pay attention. Yeah, and I'm saying this to you. Over here I am not specifying to which I am saying that. I am just saying my something. Yeah, in this case the truth is my something, and in this case to pay attention is my in this case you is my somebody or someone. In this case, to pay attention is my something. Correct? Very good. So, as you can see, the direct speech is going to most of the times be someone, verb, someone. Most of the times it is going to be someone else, although I can also speak with myself. Yeah, I told myself, let's see this example. I told to be responsible. Yeah, and as you can see, again I have my verb, my action verb, which is tell, and in this case I immediately have my somebody, someone. Yeah, now it is very important for you to understand this relationship between the communication in this way Okay, it is very important to know the sense, the direction of the communication, and that I always need to have who starts that communication and who receives that communication, yeah, or that information if you want.